And hello, welcome to Rusty's Sudoku stream. Not doing a late night edition at this point, although if you're looking at least one of my channels, it will tell you it's late night. Rusty's late night Sudoku stream, because when I set up the channel, I was doing an awful lot of very late time frame postings, and that kind of causes issues, so marked it, and we will try to live it down. Three more squares to finish up here. As far as setting up. Again, you are welcome to pause the video once I hit the start button and see if you can solve it yourself. Highlighting, go to the center here, hit the start button and go for it. You are more than welcome to see if my solution is fast or not. I've had one report of somebody solving it in under 11 minutes, so we've got sort of a challenge there, I suppose. I'm not really worried about challenges. I'm not here to show I'm the best or anything at solving Sudoku puzzles. I'm just here to have a good time, share with you the challenges and some of the fun involved, and that you enjoy that as well. All right, two up here. I'm kind of not seeing a lot of places for ones. Likewise, I'm not seeing a lot of places for twos at the moment. So we'll move on to threes. I got a 3 to solve there. 2 places for threes up here. 3 here. 4 here. 4 here. 3 here. Okay. On to fours. And I've got 3 on the board. And both of the squares in this column that don't have a 4 in them have 4 possibilities in the same positions, oddly enough. I got 2 possibilities over here. Here we've got 2 possibilities, which makes 3 possibilities here. It kind of says we got 2 possibilities here, though, because neither of these 2 can be a 4. And since I've got 2 possibilities earmarked here, these 2 can't be 4s. And I got 2s in there when I should have had 4s. Okay, and that means that one of these 2 is a 4. All right. Over here, like I say, I've got 3 possibilities. 3 possibilities here. So we move on to 5s. Got 2 possibilities for a 5 here. Over here, we've got 3 possibilities. We get a single 5 or possibility here, which knocks us down to 2 possibilities for a 5 here. And I've got a single possibility for a 5 up. Nope, not there. Up here. There we go. And doesn't solve it yet. I've still got 2 squares that have places for 5s, but now we can start looking at 6s. So on the board, I've got 3 6s. So one of these 2 is going to be a 6. Over or up here, I've got 3 possibilities. Got 4 possibilities here. 4 possibilities here for the moment. Oh, hey, not a 1 here or here. Is that supposed to? Nope, that can't be a 2. Supposed to be a 3. This one wouldn't have been a 3. I got 3 possibilities here. Not sure why I had 1s tagged there, unless they were supposed to be over here. That doesn't make sense either. All right. So I've got pair of sixes possible there. That means I've still got way too many possibilities for 6 there. 3 possibilities here. 6 here, which narrows this down to 2 possibilities. And let's see what else. Still have 4 possibilities for 6 here. And over here. All right, 7s. I've got 2 possibilities for 7 down here. There and there. I've got 3 4s on the board. So we've got 3 7s on the board. So we get to place a number of additional possibilities. And I've got 4 possibilities here. And 4 possibilities here. 4 possibilities here. 4 possibilities here. And that sets all the 7s up. We get an 8 down here because I've got the 8 here blocking the middle row, 8 here blocking the lower row, and that left row. So that leaves a spot for an 8. Up here, I've got this is an 8. Oh no, I don't. This is an 8. And then down here we've got two possibilities. 2 possibilities here. And we move on with 9s. And one of these 2 will be a 9. And unfortunately that doesn't help me here. Be nice if it did. Here I've got 4 possibilities for 9. All of these are possibilities, so that's 4 as well. Here I've got 4 possibilities for 9. I've got 3 possibilities for 9 here. 4 possibilities for 9 here. And everything's open here. However, we do have this narrowed down to just one place where it can be a 1. So we'll put a 1 there. Pair of 4s. Got a 6 up here. This can't be a 6. Unfortunately, this could be a 6, so that means I can't narrow these 2 down to be a 6 with that. Let's see, though. We know one of these 2 is going to be a 6. Because this 6 blocks out these 2. And so these 2 are the only ones available. That means it cannot be a 6 now. This is a 6, so one of these 2 will be a 6. Get a 1. How about 2s? Still open on 2s. 3, pair of 4s. 5, 7, pair of 6s. 7, 8, and wide open on 9s. Okay. Over here we've got 1. How about 2s? 3 possibilities for 2. 2 possibilities for 3, a 4, 2 possibilities for a 5. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 possible places for a 6. 7 and 8 are givens, and 4 possible places for a 9. Well, we are at the point where I'm going to say it's time to start doing my flood fill technique. Only because I'm not getting very far with my others. Oh, this is 2 possibilities for 2 here. How about 3s? We got 4 possibilities, or 3 possibilities for 3, 4, 5, 6, and let's see, 4 possibilities for a 7, 8 and 9 on the board already. Here we've got 4 possibilities for 1, and 3 possibilities for 2. Got a 3 on the board, and 2 possibilities for 4, already marked. 5, 6, 2 possibilities for a 7, an 8, and 2 possibilities for a 9. However, this can't be a 7, so it becomes a 2, which turns this into a 7. Now I've got a 1, 3 pair here, turns this into a 2. So what do we got over here? We've got a 1, a 2, 2 places for 3, pair of places for 4, a 5, 2 places for 6, 3 places for 7, 8, and 9. So I've got a single place for, or single option for 6 here. Do that, check that real quick. I've got a 1, 2, yep, 3 is going to be over there, or in the bottom. 4, 5, 6 is what we're trying to fill. 7 down at the bottom. 8 all the way over on the left. 9 right in the same square. So this is a 6. 7, 4, 7, 4, 3, 7, 3. Okay, we're moving on. Down here, we've got a 1 in the square. Let's see, places for 2. Looks like I've got 4 places for 2 so far. Places for 3. Looks like I've got 3 places for 3. 4 to 5 are givens. Pair of places for 6 already marked. And 4 places for 7. 2 places for an 8 already marked. And 4 places for 9. Lots of convolution there for 9s, huh? Alright, over here we've got 3 places for 1. How about if we mark these as possible 1s, not possible 3s? And 3 places for possible 2. We've got a 3 on the board, 2 places for possible 4, already marked. 5, 6, 7, 8, and we need to place a 9 when we've got 4 possible places for it. And we move on. Okay, we got 3 possible places for 1 here. And 5 possible places for 2 here. How about a 3? Now we lose the middle row here in the bottom, middle column I should say here, in the bottom row. That gives us 3 possible places for a 2. 4 possible places for 3. How about 4s? Middle again, so we've got 3 possible places for 4. 5 and 6 on the board. 2 possible places for a 7. And we'll clean that up in a moment. I see that that's no longer viable. 2 possible places for an 8. 4 places for a 9. Down here, I see I've got a single possibility for a 7. which means my potential 7 went the way there, so this becomes a 7. I've now got a 9, 2 in the pair in this square, so all of these 2's that aren't part of that pair become viable again, not 2's. Okay, down here again, we've got 1, and we need 2's. Well, we've got 2 places for a 2 now. A 3 is on the board already, and we've got, I'm going to tentatively say 3 possible places, but since I've got a 5-2 pair here, we're actually clearing those. This is a 4. We got a pair of 5's on the board already. Neither of these could be 5. 6, 7, 8, so this is a 9. Turns this into a 3, this into a 1. This becomes a 3. This becomes a 1. This becomes a 9, a 2 here. I've now got a 6-3 pair here. 8-2 pair here, not a 2 here. 7-9 pair here. That means this is not a 9, this is a 2. This is a 9. Up here we've got a singleton 4 here. Turns this into a 1. This becomes a 7. This becomes a 9. And we get a 7 over here. Turns this into a 3. This into a 4. This becomes a 9, 8, 7, 6, 2, and 3 in that order. This becomes not a 1, or actually was not a 1 for a long time. So that's a 4 and a 1. Probably would have disambiguated things earlier if I'd noticed the 1 that tagged as red to begin with. That becomes an 8. All right, one of these 2 is going to be 8. It looks like it's going to be, oh, there is an 8. Never mind. This is going to be a 3. And let's see, that means one of these 2 is going to be a 2. And it looks like it's going to be that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got a pair of possible 5's here. 6's. Can't be that one, so here's a 6. 7, 8. One of these 2 will be a 9. Oop, where'd that go? One of these 2 will be a 9. All right. Over here, we've got 2 places for potential 9. We've got a 1 on the board, 2 places for potential 2, 3 on the board, a single place for a possible 4, so we'll give that a 4, a single place for a possible 9, single place for a possible 2, 6 here, that means 5 and 9 here, 5 and 2 here for the solve. 17 minutes, 14 seconds. I hope that worked well for everybody else. Did not involve any punts on my part. Straight through, just solving one square at a time. Thanks, everybody. I hope you had a great day. Be well, take care of each other, and we'll see you soon.